Okay, now we're going to go over range commands. This is probably the most important segment in this whole series. The one thing you're going to want to need to learn, and the better you know it before you get to the range, the better off you're going to be. I'll be acting the part of the range officer. The range officer, or RO, issues the range commands and monitors the competitors and everybody else for safety. He's in charge of the range while the course of fire is being shot. Alright, the timer is what the range officer uses to determine the time that it took you to shoot the course of fire. It emits a start time, it records all the shots, and then on the display it'll show the last and final shot, and that'll be your time. This is a timed event, so this is important. We do the range commands the same way. They're actually official, and they have to be consistent all the time, and they're always in English. The first range command is make ready. At this point, the shooter, go ahead Ben, will stay in one spot. He'll prep his gear. He'll have his eye and ear protection on, which we're not going to do for the sake of this video so we can see and hear what's going on better. And he'll assume the required start position, which we're going to say for the sake of argument here is just hands at sides. Alright, now Ben has completed the make ready. So what he does, he goes to hands at sides. Then it's time for me to give the next command, which is are you ready? At this point, he needs to determine whether he's ready to proceed and that he understands all the requirements of the course. If he does, he may answer yes or nod his head, or if he doesn't make any signal at all, that means he is. Again, anything but a negative response means that he is ready to start the course of fire. The next command is stand by. At that point, I'll move the timer closer to the shooter and I'll get it ready to start. I will activate the beep on this timer between 1 and 4 seconds after the standby command. When the start signal occurs, the shooter can draw his weapon and complete the course of fire as required. So Ben will go ahead and draw. At this point he's shooting. When he's completed the course of fire, the shooter will typically lower the gun or make some indication by their body movement that they're finished. And I will ask the command, if you are finished, unload and show clear. At this time, he'll keep the muzzle down range, his finger out of the trigger guard. He'll remove the magazine and open the slide. He wants to show me that there's an empty chamber, and I'll check to make sure there's both no round in the chamber or down in the magazine well. At that point, I'll say, if clear, hammer down and holster. The final command is range is clear. Now that's pretty much how it works. We're going to do it in real time now so that you can see the actual sequence of things. All right. Make ready. Because there's no round. Let's slide it up. Are you ready? Stand by. If you're finished, unload and show clear. If clear, hammer down and holster. Range is clear. Now that's how it works in real time. Now remember that this is not a timed, that although the shooting is timed, the range commands aren't. So don't get nervous. The range officer or RO is just there to help and give you the commands. If you don't understand something or you need to stop and ask a question, go ahead and do it. Which reminds me about stop. If at any time the range officer yells stop, you must stop whatever you're doing, wherever you're at, keep the gun in a safe direction, and wait for commands from the range officer. There are several reasons for this. One is something that you've done that he'll need to stop, take corrective action. Another is, say that a target blows over or he notices that an activated target wasn't set properly. Don't panic, just do what the nice man tells you and everything's going to be okay. The next thing we're going to talk about are the major rules or things that will get you disqualified from the match. It'll be real important, so be sure to tune in.